Half of the world gone. Imagine waking up to empty streets, cities turned silent, and history barely remembering why. Before the Black Death, another plague haunted humanity, one so devastating that even empires collapsed under its shadow. Yet today, few even know its name, the Plague of Justinian. How could we forget the pandemic that almost ended civilization itself? It began in 541 AD in the bustling Egyptian port of Pelusium. Ships arrived from faraway lands carrying grain, spices, and death. Hidden in the dark corners of a cargo hold, fleas fed on infected rats, waiting for their next host. Within days, the city's life unraveled. Fever, confusion, and grotesque swellings tore through the streets. No one knew it yet, but this was the spark that would ignite the first great pandemic in human history. How can something so small, a single flea, alter the fate of millions? A year later, the plague reached Constantinople, the shining jewel of the Byzantine Empire. Streets once filled with traders and laughter now echoed only with cries and bells. Emperor Justinian himself fell ill, his empire trembling as he fought for his life. At its peak, nearly 5,000 people died every single day. Imagine the fear. Neighbors gone overnight, bodies stacked by the thousands. Could any leader truly hold an empire together as it rotted from within? The plague didn't stop at city walls. It crossed deserts, sailed oceans, and rode with traders from Africa to Europe. Fields turned barren, armies disbanded, and families vanished. It seemed as if the world itself was decaying. How do you fight an enemy you cannot see, touch, or understand? For generations, people wondered, what was this curse? Some blamed divine punishment, others thought demons walked the earth. Chroniclers described fevers, delirium, and swollen flesh, but the true culprit remained hidden. Centuries passed, and history moved on. But could the same invisible killer still linger waiting in silence? In 1993, deep beneath the ruins of a Roman hippodrome in Jerash, Jordan, archaeologists uncovered something chilling. Beneath broken pottery and stone lay the remains of over 200 souls, men, women, and children buried in haste. No signs of battle, no tombs, no offerings, only silence. Could this forgotten mass grave hold the long-lost key to the world's first pandemic? Each skeleton whispered a question across 15 centuries. What really killed us? Modern science stepped in to listen. From the teeth of those long-dead victims, researchers extracted ancient DNA, fragile strands of life frozen in time. Under the microscope, the killer finally revealed itself. Yersinia pestis, the bacterium behind the Black Death. After 15 centuries, the mystery was solved. The Plague of Justinian and the later Black Death were two chapters of the same terrible story. History had repeated itself, and we never knew. Genetic analysis traced the plague's path from Central Asia's vast steppes to the ports of the Mediterranean. Traders carried silk, gold, and invisible death. A single mutation in the bacterium's code made it unstoppable, spreading through fleas and rats across continents. One tiny organism rewriting the fate of empires. It's terrifying, isn't it? If such a mutation emerged today, could our world handle it any better? The Plague of Justinian reminds us that civilization's greatest threat is never invasion, it's fragility. Empires rise, cities glow, but one invisible force can erase it all. We build walls, invent cures, and trust science, yet fear always lingers. Are we as prepared as we think we are? The Plague of Justinian was forgotten for centuries, buried in stone and silence. Now we finally know its name, its face, and its DNA. But one question still haunts us. If a single mutation could destroy half the world once, what's stopping it from happening again? Tell me, do you think history ever truly stays buried?